Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Tuesday November 2nd market update. You're going to notice I'm kind of changing up the format a little bit, trying to make it a little bit shorter just with the juggling of all the different things that have going on and the one-on-one coaching and all that other stuff that we do just trying to make this a little bit shorter of a video. So first off, start out, the dollar was down today. Of course, gold, silver, copper, oil were all up. Light sweet crude futures we're up 95 cents to settle at $83.90 a barrel. Of course, taking a look at the dollar ETF, the UUP, kind of this just a little spinning doji here, a little spinning top doing, not really doing anything here, neutral of buying and selling. Take over to the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point Figure Chart. You'll note that when we print 85 on oil, we will have a triple top breakout on the point and figure chart, which should lead us to much higher prices. But we are still basically stuck though between this 85 and 80, bouncing back and forth. So until we break to the upside or break down, then right now we're on a sell signal until we print this 85 as well. Let's go over and take a look at the Dow. So the Dow had a pretty decent day. It was up 64 points, 11,188, up 0.58%. We're up against this 11,200-ish area, up around these April highs that we're still hanging around. But overall, it was a pretty good day. Actually, the Russell had the large percent gain today. It was up 2.05%, so the risk trade was pretty much on today with the Russell's big gain. And actually, the Dow was the weakest today, being up this only 0.58%. So taking a look at the S&P, finally did get close above this 1185 that we've been stuck around for a while now, over a week. So of course we should have some overhead resistance around maybe 1200 or so, and then up to the April highs of 1220. So, and of course the election results and the FOMC statement tomorrow, find out more about the quantitative easing, etc. will probably could be the biggest change tomorrow in the market. So we'll get up past that, and then we'll kind of know where we're headed probably in the short term, if we're going to continue higher or have a pullback. And of course the Nasdaq's looking really good. We did take out 25, 35. Didn't quite take out April's high, but it got really close today, so looking really strong. So take a look at gold. GLD still looks, I go to a smaller chart here, still looks good. Still just hanging out here, kind of resting, not going much of anywhere, but it's going sideways the last couple days. Still holding up really well, looks good. Silver, same thing, looking good. Copper still looks good. The Euro FXE getting back up here near these October the 14th, sorry about that, October the 14th highs right in here, getting there again. Not a lot of conviction of late either direction on the euro. The VIX volatility come out some, so a little bit today. It was down 1.19%, but overall volatility, we're down in the 20s. It's pretty low volatility in general, but it did hold up okay as well. Over to the McClellan oscillator. This is the NYSE McClellan. So still neutral, 6.36. So we're still pretty neutral. We're not overbought, not oversold. So that looks fine. Take a look at the sectors. So 15 of the 16 sectors we follow finish in the green today. The home construction index had the largest percent gain, up 4.21%. So that was a nice big gain on the for the home construction. And the bank index was the weakest, down 0.22%. So the banks, the financials are still struggling. Over to ChartWatch. Have some new ones and have some I still like. Navistar NAV breaking out above this 50 level with volume. Looks good. It's probably going to have some resistance around that 52.50 of the downtrend line. But it looks pretty good up to there. Frontline, been watching this one still like it. It's just hanging right around that trend line, but it looks good. And along the same lines as Overseas Ship Holding. Had earnings, big volume. Of course, it moved 7% today. Lots of volume here into this downtrend line around this, I don't know, it's been this high before, around 36.75 or so. So if it breaks up above here, probably jump on board if you're not already. Looks good. UPL, Ultra Petroleum still looks really good. It's got some resistance around that 43, but energy should perform well, depending on how the election comes out. Still, X is still looking good. Apple breaking above the downtrend line today. Vimple still holding up really well. Had a lot of volume yesterday. It's just hanging around right there, but looks like it could have bottomed. It has put in a bottom. Express Scripts, big breakout today above the downtrend line, and also this previous area of trend line resistance here that it's had in big move, big volume, and closed right at the high. So it's like 6%. So it looks like it wants to go higher. Again, I think that's a political play there. A lot of the the whole that home construction index and the cement plays and a lot of infrastructure stuff looks really good. CX looks real good. TXI breaking out, looking really good. Southwestern Energy still looking good, so holding up well. Home Depot, I like this. Has a nice little cup and handle. Broke out of the bullish flag here up into the 32 resistance. Lots of volume here, lots of volume here. Not still any selling, so it's looking really good. Stillwater Mining, this one's, of course, it's been on quite a ride, but it did break out over this previous high, or was right close to it at 1848. So yeah, it's right 1850, probably a little resistance, but it looks good here, and I like how it's been this nice rounded bottom to it. Should have some higher prices. Coal, PCX, like this little coal stock. Probably one of my little favorite ones here, and it's just waiting for its breakout. H&T HealthNet breaking out above its trend line, looking good. Little Mini, we've looked at this before, should have some good support around that 1750 or so, breaking a lot higher today with volume. Netflix peaked out a little bit above this flag there and the trend line, so it's definitely a pretty good move though today, so keep an eye on that one again. CLF still looking good, had a nice dragonfly doji today. ACM, I like this a lot, lots of volume. KCI, another one I like a lot. Travel Zoo, flagging, it's had all this volume on the earnings, so watch for this to break out and go higher. Rig, another one that's Rig has earnings tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, the third, I think. So be careful on this one, but it looks like it's right around at the trend line here. Should bounce and go here. So probably have to, depending on what earnings comes out to be. Demand Tech looking good, nice ascending triangle. ARM, Arvin Mator, however you pronounce that. So I like this thing's been consolidating for quite some time and then finally worked its way up, pulled back, and breaking out. So this should have some higher prices in store. Radware, after this huge move here, and then it was okay on earnings, had volume, so it looks like it's got a little inverted head and shoulders here. So watch for a breakout above this trend line, or you might want to wait till it breaks out above 36. Probably head right to 40 pretty quickly. It usually moves like that. NVMI, Nova, breaking out today. I like this pattern as well. USU, like this triangle breakout, holding up well, had earnings, looks good. And then Acme Packet also looks like it's getting closer to about a $41 breakout. A lot of volume kicking back in today, so watch for breakout here. Let's go over and take a look at the current market signals. So no change here. So that's all the same. We'll note that let's look at the Russell on the point figure chart, because I had talked about the Russell, a breakdown at 690 would put it on a sell signal. Well, now if we break out, print 715 on the Russell, we'll have a triple top breakout on the point figure chart. So we'll be watching for that tomorrow. And then see on deck for tomorrow as far as economic stuff, we're going to have ADP employment report at 8:15. We'll have the ISM non-manufacturing at 10 a.m., the weekly petroleum status report at 10:30, and of course the FOMC meeting announcement at 2:15 a.m. And these are all Eastern times. All right, so that is it for today. Thanks for watching.